Hello, and welcome to today's episode, where we're diving into the captivating world of social media storytelling in 2025. In a landscape flooded with content, standing out requires more than just a catchy headline or an eye-catching image. It's about mastering the art of storytelling, a technique that's as old as time, but has evolved dramatically with the digital age. Over the course of my career, after working with over 500 professionals, I found that while social media platforms and algorithms may change, the essence of human connection through stories remains beautifully unchanged. Now, here's something many people overlook. Those who excel in storytelling on social media aren't just posting content. They're crafting emotional ecosystems. These are the experiences that transform casual scrollers into deeply engaged brand advocates. Really, the difference between a post that gets skipped and one that goes viral often boils down to the story's power to evoke a deep personal feeling. Let's talk about the foundation of effective storytelling: authenticity and emotional connection. This is where many guides get it wrong. They underestimate the sheer power of being genuine. In 2025, audiences are more discerning than ever. They crave real, personal insights over polished, impersonal content. They can sense inauthenticity a mile away. Did you know that 93% of marketers report that user-generated content outperforms traditional branded content? That's because it feels more authentic and trustworthy. By weaving personal experiences or relatable insights into your narratives, you can build a stronger bond and trust with your audience. It's not just about being real. It's about being vulnerable and human. As Jay Baer, a smart marketing strategist, once said, "If your stories are all about your products and services, that's not storytelling. It's a brochure. Make the story bigger than yourself." When you passionately tell stories about relatable themes or characters, you not only engage your audience, but you create a community of loyal followers who feel seen and understood. I like to share what I call the 70-20-10 rule that successful storytellers use. 70% of their content focuses on universal human experiences, things like struggles, victories, and emotions. 20% addresses industry-specific challenges, and only 10% directly promotes their products or services. This ratio builds an emotional foundation that makes any promotional content feel like advice from a trusted friend, rather than a sales pitch. Take Patagonia as an example. They weave environmental activism into their brand narrative beautifully. Instead of just showcasing outdoor gear, they tell stories about environmental warriors, the impact of climate change, and victories in conservation. Their "Don't Buy This Jacket" campaign became legendary, not because it discouraged purchases, but because it showed a real commitment to their values, creating deeper customer loyalty than most traditional ads ever could. What's fascinating here is the science. When we hear stories, our brains release oxytocin, the so-called trust hormone. This chemical reaction creates genuine emotional bonds between the storyteller and the audience, which explains why narrative-driven content consistently outperforms messaging focused only on features. Now, let's talk about multimedia integration and how it enhances storytelling. Successful social media strategies almost always involve a strategic use of multimedia. Storytelling now demands a blend of visual and audio elements that complement and amplify your message. Think about platforms like Instagram and Facebook. They thrive on this multimedia synergy, where even a simple image caption post can tell a powerful story. The data backs this up. Short-form videos under 90 seconds typically generate more than twice the engagement of longer videos. Video content leads in engagement rates. Instagram posts with video get 49% more engagement than photos. And on LinkedIn, video drives 5 times more engagement than other formats. By integrating short-form videos, GIFs, or sound bites, you make your messages more memorable and undeniably impactful. Here's a game changer: the concept of sensory stacking. This is where you deliberately engage multiple senses in a single piece of content. A cooking video, for instance, might include the sound of sizzling ingredients, close-up shots of colorful vegetables, and text descriptions of aromatic spices to create a more immersive experience. This strategy works because when we receive information through different channels, our brains process and retain it more effectively. In 2025, carousel posts are incredibly effective. They tell sequential stories by combining high-quality images with compelling micro-narratives in each slide. These posts can achieve up to 1.4 times more reach and 3.1 times more engagement than single images because they invite users to swipe through and engage with the narrative. The psychology behind this is rooted in cognitive load theory. When information is presented through multiple channels, it's easier for our brains to process and remember it. That's why infographics that combine visuals with narrative elements consistently outperform text-heavy posts. And why Instagram stories with both visual and audio components see higher completion rates. Try creating a story sandwich for your multimedia content. Start with a compelling visual hook. Layer in your core narrative through text or voiceover, and finish with a visual call to action that encourages engagement. This mirrors the classic storytelling arc and optimizes for how people consume content on social media. Now, let's discuss how to encourage engagement through interaction. Engagement isn't just a trend, it's crucial for surviving in the social media world. You have to encourage your audience to participate through comments, shares, or interactive polls. This isn't just being polite. It's about creating two-way communication that keeps your audience engaged and gives you valuable insights into their preferences and behaviors. Recent research shows that the highest audience engagement happens on platforms like YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. However, the quality of engagement varies. LinkedIn may have fewer interactions, but stronger business connections, while TikTok creates viral moments that can exponentially expand your reach. So, how do you spark that conversation? Ask strategic questions or launch polls that genuinely seek your audience's opinions. This transforms passive consumption into active participation, turning followers into advocates. Here's a pattern interrupt that many miss: using intentional conversation gaps. These are deliberate omissions or open-ended statements that push your audience to fill in the blanks. Instead of saying, "Here are 3 best strategies for growth," try, "I found 3 game-changing strategies for growth, but the third might surprise you." This creates curiosity gaps that drive engagement. The most successful interactive storytellers use these techniques to make their audience an integral part of the story. It's about creating a space where your audience feels valued and heard, and where their input can shape the narrative. So, as we wrap up, remember that storytelling in 2025 is about creating an emotional connection, integrating multimedia elements, and fostering engagement through interaction. Mastering these aspects can transform casual followers into loyal advocates ready to champion your brand. Thanks for tuning in today, and I hope these insights help you craft compelling stories that truly resonate. Until next time, keep telling those powerful stories.